Unmute my.
We'll be starting it another 5-6 minutes.
Kaushal, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we are able to hear you.
Okay. So now it's all right for setting and all these things?
Yes, ma'am, it's all right.
Okay.
If you could, ma'am, close your camera, and at 4, when I invite you, then you can open the camera.
Okay. Should I close my camera? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay? Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. খালি আমাকে ক্যামেরাটাই অন করতে
পরে যখন বলবো তখন মাইকটা অন করো। একটা হচ্ছে স্পিকার, একটা হচ্ছে মাইক। মাইকে আমি তুমি কথা বলছো, এখন অন আছে, কারণ তোমার ওই কথা শুনতে পাচ্ছি। মাইকটা অন আছে আর স্পিকারটা অন আছে। খালাটা তো ভালো করে নিয়ে বললো ভিডিওটা অফ করতে, যখন বলবে তখন।
I once again welcome you all to our 7th day of No Lockdown for Learning webinar series. And before we move ahead, we have a quick set of ground rules for you all. Tapti ma'am, I would request you to please keep your mic on mute. So, dear participants, we request you that please keep your mics on mute and videos off. It will help you in your bandwidth. Participants will be muted during this session. We urge you to type in your queries and questions in the chat box. There's a feature in the Microsoft Teams for hand raise. If you have any queries or any questions, you can use that option and we'll definitely reach out to you for any assistance. Our presenters will be happy to answer all your questions, but at the end of the session. We request you to keep your questions in your mind, and once the session ends, we'll take up all your questions. You know that we are all in the midst of lockdown, so technical glitches can happen with anyone. So we request you to please stay calm. And at the end of the session, we have a feedback form which will be shared on the screen and in the chat box. We request you to kindly fill the feedback form to receive further updates. And the feedback form also helps us to improve ourselves. The webinars are brought to you in association with EdChat India and Teacher. And if you observe the spelling of teacher, there's an extra R inside it. That extra R is redefining education. And I personally feel that extra R is a repository to connect with fellow educators, a repository to exchange ideas and resources, a repository of various professional development activities and events like we are having just now, and most importantly, a repository of job and other opportunities. Teacher has recently partnered with some EdTech companies for lucrative work from home opportunities. We urge you to visit the website teacher.in to find out about these job postings. On a daily basis, 20 to 30 job postings are being updated on the website. And during the summer holidays, it's a good time to earn some extra money. So we request you to have a visit on the website teacher.in. I see still there's 1 minute of time for our scheduled time, 4 o'clock. So I have kept the slide for rules open. Please go through the rules again so that we can have a smooth conduct during the session. And as I see the clock is ticking 4 o'clock, so it's time for us to introduce our today's presenter. We'll be having 2 sessions in this presentation. So for session 1, we have Ms. Tapati Chatterjee with us. Mrs. Tapati Chatterjee currently serves as an executive director for Modern Public School for its unit at Bhiwadi, Rajasthan and Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh. Devoting 30 years in the field of education, she has led the establishment of 3 greenfield schools during her tenure and has been instrumental in leading them to exponential growth and development. She has been working extensively with CBSE, the State Department of Education of Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh, and many related government authorities. She has expertise in curriculum design and technology in education, assessment, and evaluation, along with professional development for teachers, learning styles, and school administration related skills. She has also incorporated programs on life skills, mental health, special education, and various co-curricular activities in all the schools. She is recipient of Best Principal from Bharat Vikas Parishad, Rotary Club, and Lion Club, Education World, etc. Mrs. Chatterjee has been awarded by SOF continuously for 5 years for Best Principal. As a member of prominent associations of education leaders, school managements, and think tanks, she has successfully adopted best practices in all the schools that falls under her jurisdiction. She is also taking workshops online and offline for teachers. She recently visited Sharjah Group of Schools, Dubai, for a workshop of teachers. She is a dedicated educationist and she sincerely believes and advocates that real education lies beyond books and classrooms. She was part of education exchange program which was sponsored by University of Melbourne, and she also feels that a child's overall development is the prime focus of all her efforts in the field all throughout. We are honored to have you, Tapti ma'am, and it's over to you. Thank you so much for coming on board, and the stage is all yours.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Audible? Okay. Okay. So my camera is also on. So can I start now?
Yes, ma'am. So now we have Tapti Chatterjee with us for our session 1, and we are honored to have her on board. So over to you, ma'am.
Okay. And I have a request. After 15 minutes, just give me a click, okay? No problem. I'll try my best. Okay. Good evening to all. It's okay.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening,
ma'am.
Okay, good evening, dear.
Very good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, now I think Kaushal is going to ask us to unmute our record. I mean, mic. Okay, thank you so much.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, I can't see anybody, but I know that all my dear teachers are there. Okay. With so much uncertainty due to COVID-19 pandemic and more than 60 days lockdown, the entire education community is experiencing stress. While school buildings are closed, learning is not. It's being moved online. Teachers have adopted very quickly this new technology and strategies for teaching from a distance. Teachers are looking after their own children, taking care of daily household work, and also discharging their roles as a teacher also. Teacher with the multiple role all the time, juggling a lot mentally and emotionally during this crisis, maybe leading to getting burned out. They are feeling isolated and maybe dealing with anxiety or depression related to this pandemic. How they will cope anxiety during these turbulent times, or do they have any alternative? I think let us be realistic. We know that distance learning is not the same as the usual classroom teaching in school. Teachers are worried about what they are going to do when the school reopen, how to cover syllabus, what the plan of action in respect of examination, syllabus finishing. There's a lot of co-curricular activities, a lot of things are there. But one thing I'd like to tell all the teachers, some situation is not in your hand. So instead of thinking all these things and unnecessary give you stress, I think let us overcome with all these things. You have already done so much because from lockdown, I think lockdown has been declared by government from 23rd March. But I am continuous watching that within 26th March, teachers have done their training, how to take a class on Zoom, Microsoft, there is a lot of other app also, but they have reached to the children. So my dear, one thing I'd like to tell all of you, that teaching is not a job, it's a service. And you all have proved that you are doing a noble service. And in the current environment, students have a capacity for about 2 to 4 hours home-based school work per day, maybe increasing with age, while technology is empowering, limiting, especially in India, where basic access is a challenge. I believe maybe those who are staying nearby metro and all these things, maybe they are not facing problem, but most of the houses, we are listening from here also, whether it is UP or sometimes in Rajasthan, and even in remote place, the children are really finding where they can go and find out this access. So dear, along with this also, the tremendous work done by teachers. And I always strongly believe that teachers can do anything for their children, because throughout my lifelong, this is I have observed. So I really want to give this credit to all the teachers. All the time they're thinking about the child, and All the time, they are in fact indirectly educating the society also. Traditionally, a teacher is the knowledge holder who imparts wisdom to their student. But it is changing fast. Students now can gain knowledge and even learn technical skill through a few clicks and button on their phone, on their laptop, or on their any gadget. So now teacher need to redefine their role. In these limiting forces, we have to think about what are the key facts and skill that teachers will need to progress. Can teachers see it as a challenge to identify what really matters and focusing on them? That's why I thought, let me have something for the teacher throughout my life, I strongly believe. But in this lockdown, I thought, let us work on 6 mantras. I think, Kaushal, can I share this skill? Yeah. That 6 mantras during this lockdown. The first one is accept the new paradigm. Accept certain new things we cannot change or control and just let them go. Whatever has happened during lockdown, nothing in your hand. So instead of while stressing yourself, I think some things you all should know, let them go. Instead, focus our energies on those things who influence us. So at present, and then there is another thing, the new boundaries. Set boundaries. At present, boundaries between personal and professional lives no longer clear. Make more conscious effort than ever before to do things that have nothing to do with work but which re-energize you. That you have to set up boundaries along with you. Socially connected. The term socially distancing is misnomer. Ensure physical distances, but socially connected more than even before, because people are mostly talking about social distancing. It's not all about social distancing. It's all about physical distancing. But this is the time. I know so many teachers, so many people, they are going through this WhatsApp, mail, they're finding their friends, family friends, and that's the right way to this pandemic, how to live our life. So socially connected is very important. To keep in mind that already we all are doing physically distancing because we are not going to the school, we are taking our class from home. Children are also doing a lot of things, and we all are to keep distance also. Somehow we all are connected socially, and I think children are connected with all of you emotionally also. That's very important. So now, another thing, I strongly believe that developing self. Teaching online is new for most of us. We find ourselves thrown into a new situation and feeling like a learner. We need not to try to be perfect, because all the time I'm hearing from the teacher that, this problem happened, technical problem happened. One thing I'd like to tell all the teachers, dear, you need not to be perfect. Whatever you are doing for the children, I think be cool and do the work, because all the time don't be self criticize. Because that day one teacher was called me and she said, ma'am, today what happened, the technology in between has gone, I really don't know, all of a sudden the Zoom has gone. then maybe I'll say that developing self, you have to be little bit practice on this class, because if you have a 30 minutes class, please prepare yourself, because some classes I was watching, tremendous good. The teachers is coming, doing his prayer while going, even she is saying bye-bye. So this is called practice. So you all have to develop like that. Already you have already done, I think, more than 60 days, day by day. And one thing I'd like to tell everybody, that during this lockdown, the kind of a work the teachers have done, I think this is a mammoth task. I think you all have discovered a new thing. The whole world, in fact, if you ask me, in foreign country, maybe not that much problem with internet and all these things, but in India, I have seen that everybody is working because of all of you. So dear, I have a request that you all are doing a very good job. So, okay, not job, it's a service. So keep on to the good thing. Engagement of mind, that is very important. Engagement of mind. Our identity of a teacher is the only one part. Need to engage with the things, what we like, our hobby. And of course, I know that lady teacher, they are already taking out their stress with cooking. But I'm talking with all the gents teacher, please, this is the time when you can pursue your hobby. Because I know so many teachers are good at singing, good at dance, lot many things, good practices. This is the time when you all have to make it once again that practice, and then it is going to engage your mind. Then I'll say that meditation and yoga. Meditation, that you all know, because throughout India, foreign, everywhere, now the people are talking about yoga, meditation. Even that Ramdev Baba has already brought to us. But then one simple meditation, I think we all should do once in a day. That's the thing, because the things are going on outside. You all are locked in a house. I'll say that you all are locked in a house. So the meditation is going to help you. It is going to help us to stay grounded in the midst of an emotional storm. That's very important, to take care of emotion. Because you are doing all this multitask. As a teacher, this is another part, taking care of everything, the situation and all these things. So request all of you, this 6 mantra, if we really keep in mind, and I think we all are going to be overcome. So don't be so stressful. This is my request, because we all are handling with the child. So I think time is, I really don't know, time is 10 or 15 minutes, but I'd like to share with you one thing. That day I was just listening, Shivani Behan, I believe you all know that she is from Brahma Kumaris. She said that if every day, if you all are going to speak, I am a powerful being, I am peaceful being, I am fearless being, my body is perfect and healthy and will be always going to be there. God's power is everywhere around the world and with me. Believe me, you will not find any stress. So if you can do the practice for this thing. Should I repeat, or I think you all know this 6 mantra? Please keep it in this mind, and it is going to help you. But I have written 2 lines for all the teachers. So my tribute to all the teachers, please listen carefully. My tribute to all the teachers, because of you, dedicated to all the teachers. Because of you, who are working online, striving to make learning interesting. Because of you, a child will learn online. Because you ensure you learn this skill on time. Because of you, child will use right app. You make them independent learner and change their life forever. All made it possible because of you. Thank you, or I have a time, Kaushal? I really don't know. I think.
When you have time,
Okay.
would request you if you could repeat all the 6 mantras again, and
Okay,
then we
okay,
could
okay,
move to the
okay.
next
Thank you,
session.
thank you. I really don't know. I thought, so I really want to repeat. Now, I want to say something to my all dear teacher that I strongly believe beyond this 6 mantra. That for me, dear, every disruption can prove to be an opportunity. And you see that how we grab the technology, and because of this, I think maybe people are talking a lot of things about this pandemic, but I think the teacher community has done tremendous work. So I want to repeat the 6 mantra. The first is accept the new paradigm. Accept certain new things we cannot change or control, and just let them go. This is very important. So, once again, I'd like to say that just let them go. Instead, focus our energies on those things we can influence. Focus our energy on those who can influence. Set boundaries, very important, because we all know at present boundaries between personal and professional lives no longer clear. Because I was just talking to so many people. Somebody said that I get up at 10 o'clock, somebody is saying 12 o'clock. So even they don't know that what is their personal life and professional life, and that's why there's a lot of problem, lot of stress in, I know so many families they are facing. So at present, the boundaries between personal and professional life is very important. Very, very important. So please keep all this thing in your mind. And I'm 100% sure teachers are already managing so many things. Early morning get up, going to the school, doing household thing, or relatives, everything. Already all teachers are multitasker and of course managing everything. Socially connected. The term socially distancing is misnomer. Definitely. Ensure physically distance but socially connected more than ever before. Yeah, it's a very important, because socially connection, that doesn't mean that all the time we are going to party and marriages and all these things. No. Now this is the time when you can talk to your near, dear, whatever, your old friends, your old family member, and all these things. So please, this is one thing, and you will find if you really follow these 6 mantra, I can give you guarantee that you are not going to face any stress. This much guarantee I can give you. Socially connected is very important. Then developing self. I think I have already discussed this. Developing the teaching online is new for most of us, but we ourselves throw into a new situation and feeling like learner. It's a fact. You all have developed this thing, this online teaching. Here I'd like to, since I have 1 minute time, I just want to share one thing. In every school, the youngsters are really with this technology. They know much, much better than us. But I'm really surprised to see the teacher who all are working 27, 28 years. I know they are just uploading their marks on computer, but I'm really surprised to see that how they are conducting online test, because they are teaching in class 11 and 12, and the kind of a curriculum we have set up. Now this is the exam time and they all are taking exam. In fact, I came to know that online In fact, they have started this year house activity also. So people, I'm getting a lot of letters from parents that thank you so much, that we never know that our children are going to be busy like that. This is, you all develop yourself. This kind of a work only you have practiced yourself, and within 2 days, I think you all are on the field. Everybody is taking class, and this kind of a thing, I think you develop yourself. So this is very, very important, and we need not to try to be perfect and don't to be self-critical while working online. Rather, I see that strengthening the inner self. That's very important. You all please strengthen your inner self. That is not now. This is going to help you throughout your life. And engagement of mind. It's very, very important. That as a teacher, we're doing a lot of things related assignment. I know morning they're taking class, evening they're sending home assignment, they're even correcting, they're making their question paper. So at evening also they're busy with all these classroom teaching only, this virtual teaching only. But besides this, even then, you have to find out some time for your mind. If you find that your mind wants to watch some TV, please, no problem, go and do it. You want to read books, please do it. If you want to go for a walk, please go it. But then you have to find out how to engage your mind besides all this work. Meditation and yoga, the sixth mantra. Meditation, I think we are talking for a long time. I think meditation is no more new word, or yoga also no more new words for us. But now we realize after sitting at home that these things, I think, topmost priority. I've seen people are learning yoga online also. Even meditation also now everywhere it is open. You can learn online also. But do something for your mental strength. Because, physical health is very important. But, if you are mentally strong, then physical health is also going to help you. You have to be mentally strong. For teachers, I think I think more than 3 decades I'm with the school. I always respect the teacher's work. The kind of a thing the teachers can do it, nobody else. Yes, that's why I'm always be proud to be a teacher. And now also, I feel very, very proud that when the teachers are working in a different way, different things, and I always encourage and that any new ideas is coming from a teacher, and teachers are the leader, frankly speaking. If one school has few good teachers, the school can reach anywhere. So, my dear, I think I couldn't see anybody, but I know that behind the curtain, a lot of teachers are only there. So, want to say that you're doing a good work. Keep on do the service for the society, because you are making a future of nation. I'm 100% sure. So I think, dear, thank you so much. I think, thank you, Kaushal, Mr. Baru. Looking forward more interaction with all of you in near future. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll be now moving towards the second session, and ma'am would request you to stay with us so that we can once again come for the question and answer session.
No, I'm here. I'll listen. Okay, carry on.
So, dear teachers, now we are moving towards our second session, and The second session is all about emerging opportunities for teachers during COVID-19. So just now we had Tapti ma'am speaking about 6 mantras which we could integrate into our lifestyle to have a better outcome and to take away the stress that the online classing is taking over us. So moving towards the second session, that is all about emerging opportunities for teachers during COVID-19. And please allow me to introduce our presenter. So we have Paramjeet Kaur Dhillon. Ms. Paramjeet Kaur Dhillon is currently working as head teacher, Kamla Nehru Public School, Punjab. She has a rich 26 years of experience in the field of education. She is globally validated master trainer on 21st century core skills by British Council UK and is also British Council School Ambassador. She is Microsoft Innovative Educator Trainer and Fellow. She is a resource person of CBSE, New Delhi, British Council validated master trainer and MIEE trainer and has trained 1000 plus educators all over India. She has initiated IT transformations in Kamla Nehru Public School with one-on-one, anytime, anywhere learning. She was invited to Microsoft headquarters, Seattle, USA, to receive the Global Enterprise Challenge Award in November 2017. She mapped the entire school, that is from pre-primary to senior secondary curriculum with the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals, or as we say SDGs, and initiated the Friendly AI project, wherein 2,400 plus students from 110 schools in 29 countries participated. She inspired teachers of the school who connected with 494 classrooms in 57 countries during 48 hours Microsoft Global Learning Connection on 5th and 6th November 2019 Skypeathon. She is well read and well traveled. She has traveled to around 17 countries and is a very passionate and a dedicated school leader. We are honored to have you, Dylan ma'am, with us, and over to you. Paramjit ma'am, are you there on the call?
Hello, I'm there in the call.
Yeah, good to ma'am. So, dear participants, we have Paramjeet Kaur Dhillon ma'am. She is head teacher at Kamla Nehru Public School, and we are delighted to have you on board with us. Over to you, ma'am.
So, good evening to Mr. Varun and good evening to Mr. Kaushal. And good evening to my beloved teachers who are there. It's always a matter of honor and pride to talk to all the teachers. And I'm going to talk about emerging opportunities for teachers during COVID times. Opportunities knocks your door but once. Grab it. Grab it. We do not waste any time standing and staring, and we grab it for remote learning as we have done now. 191 countries shut down. Schools closed in March and April, some in March, some in April. Some school systems were able to train teachers roll out remote learning, and put in place student support services in less than a week. Others are still struggling due to lack of access to a technology or expertise. 1.6 billion children are there at home these days. They're not going to school. If a window of opportunity appears, do not pull down the shade. Let's build our personalities. So during this COVID times, my beloved teachers, let's build our personalities. Let's empower ourselves. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunities. And this was said by Albert Einstein. So we do not cry over spilled milk because it makes only sour for the cat. That's what they say. So let us build 21st century skills amongst us and encash this opportunity which COVID-19 has brought to us. Opportunities are like sunrise. If you wait too long, you miss them. So my beloved teachers, let's unite to be strong together and have a positive attitude. I'll be saying yes, and then you change the slide, please. So let's build successful personalities. And what are successful personalities? You know, as teachers, we are successful personalities. You can take it for granted. But how to polish it? How to make it much, much better? How to hone our qualities? So in order to be successful personalities with ample time in hand with us, let's build, they say, you know, KSA is what is required. So K stands for knowledge, S for skill, and A for attitude. So knowledge, skill, and attitude are important components which make us successful personalities and builds our confidence. So let's make the best use of this opportunity and build our confidence. You know, they say if you don't have skills, it can be quiet. As we did, you know, when we had to put remote learning into practice, we immediately learned so much. If you don't have knowledge, it can be gained. Yes, it can be gained. But if you don't have attitude, you are in trouble. So the time has come to make sure that we have the right attitude. Skill, knowledge can always be learned in classrooms. It can be learned online. It can be learned offline. But attitude is something which is within and needs to be developed by the individual. A positive attitude brings light and life in your life, like a shining sun on a beautiful day. Building positive attitude is like holding a powerful torch that lights your life. So we do not watch the COVID news on TV the whole day. We focus on solution and the opportunities COVID-19 has brought to us. So no self-pity, my dear beloved teachers. No life is difficult. Don't believe in that. Let's develop positive attitude, which helps us to lead to happiness and success. We build positive attitude by doing small things that change our mind, behavior, and action, leading to happy, successful life as such. Yes. Moving on to 21st century skill. You know, when I talk about 21st century skills, all the while we have been talking about students, they should imbibe these 21st century skills. And these are the 21st century learning designs which Microsoft has talked about. So they said all these qualities, skills should be there in our students. But today, I feel that the opportunity is there for us to have all these 21st century skills amongst us. Let us practice collaboration. Actually, when we are having somebody need to mute, please. So when we talk about collaboration, the best time to collaborate is during this remote learning time, which is the result of COVID-19. You know, when we are having remote learning classes in our school, what happens? We have a presenter. And then along with the presenter, we have a co-presenter. And then there is an IT expert. So 3 people are there. The presenter presents, the co-presenter is managing the chat window, and other teachers who are teaching the same set of students also there, you know, in the chat window, trying to encourage the children. Oh, come on, give an answer. Why don't you give thumbs up when the teacher asks for you? Why don't you give an answer? So it's what a beautiful collaboration which we are practicing. This need to continue. Otherwise, when I was a class teacher, say of 9th A, what happens in 9th B, many a times, some of us are not aware. So 21st century skills, which we talked and said as students should imbibe, now is the opportunity during this COVID-19 time when we are having remote learning in our school to adopt it and practice it. We move on to knowledge construction. Yes, we have to prepare all the content online. We're constructing so much of knowledge by using the various IT tools. So that's great. Keep it up. Skilled communication. I have found a tremendous change in the communication which was happening in the classroom when face-to-face learning was happening. And now when we have this remote learning, you know, I have seen the teachers being the most encouraging teachers ever seen. They would say, "Oh, my dear, you're so good. Yes, I hope you understood. Have you understood? If you've understood, why don't you give a comment in the chat window?" And, it's so much of, perhaps I personally feel that we become much, much polite, understanding that the students are not there right in front of us. You know, they need lots of hand holding in this time. And what are we there for but for hand holding? So that skilled communication, which is for the right audience at the right time, we have developed that. Thank you, my beloved teachers. And then practicing this real world problem solving and innovation. What better example could be for this real world problem solving and innovation skill is when we started, you know, the moment the schools were closed down, we started remote learning. So thank you so much for solving the real problem of schools being closed down and the lockdown. And, you know, the very theme of this series is no lockdown for learning is what we are practicing in our school. And we're being very, very innovative when we are preparing our lessons on all possible tools. We being a Microsoft Showcase school have all Microsoft tools and we're using it in the best possible manner. Thank you, my beloved teachers, for doing that. And use of ICT for learning. So some of us who were not hands-on, some of us who were really, really not good, within few days, some days, you know, everybody honed their skill. And today I find masters when it comes to using ICT for learning. Thank you. This salute goes for each one of you, my dear teachers. We move on to self-regulation. Remember when we talked about students, we said the student should practice self-regulation. And what is the self-regulation? The father comes and says, "Come on, my son, you better work hard. Otherwise, you're not going to do well and not clear the class." The teacher in school says, "You better work hard." And, the sister, the elder sister, the younger brother, everybody says you need to work hard. Why can't the student be responsible for his own behavior, for his own performance? He needs to be self-regulated. And today I've seen that we need to be self-regulated. And actually, all of you are practicing this skill. So the 21st century skills is, which we talked about, should be, adhered, achieved, practiced by the students. We have an opportunity to embrace them, practice them, and become, masters in the skills so that we can always pass it on to the children.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. I am not able to see the slide.
Oh, that's sad, but actually I can see it. And maybe if Kaushal, you can look into this particular issue, please. That somebody cannot see the slide. Thank you, my dear. We move on. The next slide, please. COVID-19 impact on trajectory of learning and innovation. So COVID-19 will affect education system around the world and could have a lasting impact on the trajectory of learning and innovation. So let's see what are the impact and what opportunities these impacts lead to. Now, this was the right time when we were going for admissions for grade 11 specifically, and then we had to go for admissions for nursery and of course admissions for all other classes. And what was the innovation we went for? We used Microsoft Teams. We had face-to-face interaction with the children, with their families, with the counselor of the school, and with the coordinators of the various, the commerce, the humanities, the vocational subjects, and all of them could actually guide the children, which was truly an innovation which we could never ever imagine. The virtual tour of the school was also, the parents were taken for. So what more do we expect? The innovation came in. Then board examination is a challenge. I'm talking about the challenges and the impact. So board examinations could not be completed. And now we have so many circulars which says they'll be in July, maybe in the same school, but then lots of impact on the children, who could have finished by now and could have been waiting, and the results would have been out shortly. So it's a challenge for them. So they are in lots of concern. What is going to happen to their future? Then the competitive examination, especially we talk about schools. So after grade 12, the various examinations the children are supposed to sit for. So all of them have gone for a 6. Of course, they've given up the new date, but they in August or something. Let's see how it moves on. And then the challenges of the entrance of these grade 12 to the various universities, admission to foreign universities. Most of the children from this part of from northern part, rather from all part of the India, they go to foreign universities. But with COVID in America in a big way, in Canada, all other countries, would they be going to foreign countries, or would they be stay put in India, and they would be, being there in our own universities? So, for example, the opportunities. Diksha CBSE portal is there in a big way. That's a new platform. Mobile internet users have increased. The impact of COVID-19. Uncertainty when the school would open. Uncertainty of exam cycle of universities. They've not even conducted. And then the impact is anytime, anywhere learning. We're all going in for remote learning. And then it is 1:1, the learning which is going on. The teachers, we are reskilling ourselves and we are upskilling ourselves. The examinations would be different, maybe it will be online examinations with the uncertainty when the school is going to open. Gradings would also go a sea change. And then AI would be playing a big and a vital role when it comes to imparting education. MOOC would be there, a massive open online course MOOC, which is a free web-based distance learning program, unlimited participants and open access via web would be the in thing. But as they say, every cloud has a silver lining. This is the right time to realize the potential of online learning, and the teachers have an opportunity. Result, free online classes are being there. Plenty of classes are being offered. Plenty of webinars are there, and discounted e-modules are there, and Zoom is for free. Now, another impact, students might tend to get distracted by gaming console, social media at home, and might not feel a sense of community while taking online classes. Online learning is no substitute to field trips, academic, get-together exchange, social and cultural exchange, and, the vibrant school campus which is there. The key here is that we educators need to make remote learning more interactive and personalized. And this is an opportunity for all educators who are there. Blended learning might be there to stay. We move on next, and that is COVID-19 is a catalyst of education, different perspectives. We cannot, keep on wondering, getting upset about all this. Let us hold this particular issue by the horns and sort it out. So for me, COVID-19 is a catalyst of education. Plenty of innovations are happening and plenty of opportunities are there. I've seen teachers preparing podcasts. CBSE has also gone for plenty of podcasts. I had about 25 odd podcasts prepared by teachers and sent to CBSE when they called for. Teachers have started their own YouTube channel. So is it not a catalyst for education and with plenty of opportunities to grow as such? And then, we have live TV broadcast when it comes to various, the government is looking into it. And then in many places, I've seen that people go live on Facebook to teach their students. Oh, what an idea. Nobody thought that education would go live on Facebook. And then they've started writing blogs and using mobile technology. WhatsApp is a big thing. The teachers are recording their voices and they are sending to the children with the answers, with notes, with explanations, and sharing YouTube channels, voice messages on WhatsApp. So, we go, some of the teachers in my school, what they did was they became so innovative that when they prepared the lesson, they used, they modulated the voice. And they had a Superman character over there. And this Superman taught them science in grade 3. Similarly, I had another teacher of grade 2. She used plenty of GIFs. And she said, using so many GIFs, I could teach EVS. So isn't it a catalyst for education? And then, I had my grade 1 teacher who used so much of animations. There were two fishes and it was an animated background and children really, really enjoyed. So who could imagine this in regular classes? So catalyst for education is COVID-19. That's the bright side. Next, please. We move on to the opportunities which are there for self empowerment. What better time but the tough times when we empower ourselves to face it? So, the first and the foremost, the physical fitness is important. Fine, COVID 19 is there, but who stops us from keeping physically fit? We can go for a walk. I go for a walk 1 hour every day in my house. Everybody might be surprised, but that's my ritual every day. So please, nobody, COVID 19 never says don't go for physical fitness. You can go for some yoga, you can go for some pranayama, as ma'am had told earlier. We can practice social and emotional skills, take care of ours, take care of the family, and maybe you can have a well-being call apart from your regular teaching sessions. If you could only have a well-being call wherein you can talk to your children twice a week, thrice a week. How are you, my dear? And look into the emotions of your children. Remember, they look up to us. And during this particular time, the hand holding is to be done by we, the teachers, we, the educators, we, the change agents, we, the facilitators of our beloved students. Of course, meditation is always good. Ma'am talked about it, so not much from here, from me. And happiness is something very, very important. We have to be happy. And what makes us happy? Try to help anybody and everybody. The moment you help people, you'll find that you are a happy person. We move on to the next slide, please. Together stronger. So we are in this together in COVID-19, and we will come out of this together. So all the opportunities I talked about, your self-empowerment, your 21st century learning designs, those skills, and building your personality, these are the opportunities. And building these opportunities, I'm sure we'll be stronger together. So we are in this together, and of course, we'll come out of this together. I assure you, we'll go back to school. I assure you, we'll be seeing movies together. I assure you, we'll be having field trips. I assure you, we'll see rainbows in the sky together under the open sky. We'll see the flowers blooming in the school campus and the children playing in the playground. Stronger together, remember. And tough times never last, but tough people like you and me, we are going to last. And also, let's develop, when we are there together, let's develop and practice gratitude. Gratitude gives us happiness. Gratitude to Lord Almighty, gratitude to your fellow teachers, gratitude to the students who are there listening to you during your remote learning classes. Learn to forgive people. Forgiveness is important. Optimism is very, very important during the COVID times when looking for opportunities. Empathy is one thing we need to practice. So, respecting diversity, joy of giving, helping, all these are some of the qualities which we need to practice together to make us stronger. You know, you only live once, but if once is right, once is enough. So let's hope this one life which we have got is enough. Thank you so much. Kaushal, I think I've taken a little more time. We open to questions along with Madam now. Thank you so much, my beloved teachers, for listening.
Thank you so much, Paramjit
Thank
ma'am.
you.
And now we are open to question and answer. If anybody would like to ask any question to our panelists, Tapti ma'am and Paramjit ma'am, they can unmute themselves, and otherwise they can write it in the chat box.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, hello, Paramjit ma'am. I am Sumedha Sodi from Delhi, social science teacher for grade 9 and 10. I have a question from you.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. My question is that in this time of COVID-19, when we all are focusing on life skills and learning for survival, so what do you think should be the mode of the assessments that the teachers are planning, and or how you are doing the assessment part of the teaching in your schools? I would like to know your thoughts. Thank you.
Okay. So, my dear Sumedha, you know, you talked about social studies. What we are doing, we're using Microsoft Forms in a school. We're also using Flipgrid, where the children can, record their voice and they send it to us. So presently, these are the two modes. We have gone for multiple choice questions. Presently, we have not gone for the subjective type. So I'm sure we're working on it. We've seen, a number of there are some modules, test online, something like that, which was shared amongst the MIS experts. So we're working on it, and we'll see how to go about it. But yes, nothing can stop us and deter us. So initially it is multiple choice questions, which goes for HOTS, which goes for critical thinking also. And we do it, we don't have long multiple choice questions. So when we are having a lesson for 1 hour, the first 15 minutes is a multiple choice question, and we use Microsoft Forms right now.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
As we move ahead, we learn, we'll empower, and we'll, go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Tapti ma'am, there's a question for you, that what opportunity you feel that the teachers have during COVID-19? Tapti ma'am, one question for you, that what opportunity you feel that is currently in the COVID-19 times?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Just once again, the question, what opportunity?
You feel that COVID-19 has given to teachers?
Yeah, I'll say that first COVID-19, this opportunity given to the teacher, that they all are now very, very good learner. They have learned immediately and quickly this technology. So, and I think I really don't know till how long the lockdown will go on, because believe me, it's not, don't think that school is going to open on July. Maybe partly the school is going to open, partly maybe we all have to work. So, first of all, you are a master in technology, but as a teacher, I say that if you all can plan your daily routine or something for the student, it is going to be a big opportunity for the student. So first of all, you have to prepare yourself. So the children are going to be benefited. I'll say that one.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Paramjit ma'am, this question that has come up. There are regular instances of some parents being present in the class and promoting out of the answers to their wards. How can online assessment like Google Form be implicated in such instances? So this is a question from Swati ma'am. So Paramjit ma'am, if you could answer this.
Yeah, never ever we have been watched so closely by the parents. Never ever were the parents so involved as they're involved now. So we have, if we have, uh, a class of 30, say 3A is a class of 30 students. But then what we do in our school is all the three sections of grade 3, say about 100 odd children, would be there together. So 100 odd children means 100 odd parents along with them. So we are under total surveillance, but we have to take the parents along with us. So before we start a lesson, we say a small little prayer that everybody is fit and fine and in the families. Then we have the etiquettes of remote learning, a slide goes, and then we request the parents that let the children do it themselves. Yes, the way we are responsible for the growth and for the learning of the children, I understand parents are equally responsible for the growth and learning of their students. So simple request really works. So when we tell them that, please make sure that the children do it themselves. Yes, remember when we had to make some posters, the parents would make the poster for the child. Same thing perhaps in many a times might be happening. But hearts of heart, every parent wants that his or her child should be learning. So to make it learning, many a times when the teacher requests, they let the child do themselves. Then we don't have this only on a particular day. Our lessons are not in continuity. So a teacher teaches for 5 minutes and then say 7 minutes, and then there's a multiple choice question which is part of the presentation. And then the teacher says, all right, if you've understood, come on, give me the answer for this. Write it down in the chat window. So it has become a routine now. So most of the children, when it comes to junior classes, of course, they're not able to write so fast, but when it comes to senior classes, they're writing. And now what we have started doing is we have told the children, all right, we're going to teach you this Hindi poem. So why don't you unmute and read it? It's become so much of connection between the child and the teacher. I understand parents might be helping. This is part and parcel of remote learning. But if we can deliberate a little more, request the parents a little more, and I'm sure things are going to work well. Now, apart from the well-being call, which I talked about, we also have the office hours for the teachers. So the class 7 teacher is available for 2 hours or 1 hour. We have fixed it up. From say 5 to 6 every day, she would be there available. And if a child has any problem, if a parent has any problem, they can ask the teacher. So and during the well-being call, all problems with the children are facing, all problems with the parents want to say, whatever formal, informal discussions they want to have, they all have it. You need to take them in the stride. You need to take them along with them. We need to trust them. Doubts never work. Doubts never help. At the end of the day, we'll cover up the syllabus, cover up the learning gap, bridge the gap, but this COVID-19 should pass away happily. We are there, we can do it. 1 year, fine, it's okay. And ma'am rightly said, we should forget July. And even if the school opens in December, it would not be, or say August or whatever month, the entire class would not be coming. If there are 3 sections, 1 class would come and they would be sitting in 3 rooms. And then 2 days they might come in a week. 3 days we might have remote learning still going on. It has to be blended learning in the days to come. Understand that. But then one life, living once, happily, doing everything possibly. So that's it. Thank you.
If I may.
Tapti ma'am, a question that has come. Any certification courses which the teachers could do in this COVID-19? Any resources which you could share with the teachers? Ma'am, Tapti ma'am, your mic is mute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'd like to say that I believe you know the name of Dr. V.S. Ravindran, a renowned psychologist. He has started his course from 2nd June to 21st June. This is for the counseling. So my request to all the teachers that you can join, because teachers are the counselor. We don't need really counselor in the school. I strongly believe the teachers are the counselor. So you can contact if you want their address. I can send it to Mr. Kaushal. So you can take it from there and you can contact with them. I'll ask them that please do this course. And in the meantime, what I came to know that there is a lot of workshop is also going on. But workshop means wherever your interest, please join that. Because school has to do little bit workshop, 2-3 workshop for all the teacher. But I strongly believe that wherever your interest, please join that. And that is also, I know so many address, I can always share with all of you. So this is one thing. Even in the meantime, you can go for your special education certification course. Very important. I'll send you the Dr. V.S. Ravindran's address, Kaushal. So you can send those who really want. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Helen, ma'am, what is your coping strategy in these days? What is one strategy that has kept you motivated during this lockdown?
Give a pat on your back yourself. And the moment you do it, you are there, up, rise up, and then manage everything. I believe, it's self-motivation which works in the long run. People are busy. They don't have time to give you a pat. So be on the run and be yourself. And, let your hopes be stronger than your fears. So with that, I'm sure with your hopes being stronger than your fears, I'm sure nothing can stop us, anybody else. And then I think that will be a wonderful strategy to believe in this. The hopes being stronger than our fears.
So thank you. I think, Varun, we are good to go. So thank you so much, Tapti ma'am, and thank you so much, Paramjit ma'am, for taking out time from your busy schedules and sharing your expertise and experience with the teaching community. So on the screen, if you can see, we have the Twitter handles for EdChat India and Teacher Pros, and the feedback form is also shown in red color. So share your thoughts on Twitter using the hashtag No Lockdown for Learning and hashtag Management Strategies. And once again, thank you so much, Tapti ma'am. Thank you so much, Paramjit ma'am, for all the mantras and all the opportunities that you discussed with the teaching community. I hope that all these mantras and opportunities will help the teachers grow and become better versions of themselves once the lockdown gets ended. Thank you, ma'am.
And I would like to also say thank you, Mr. Kaushal, so giving us a platform to share our views. And thank you, this Paramjit ma'am. Nice to meet you on screen. Okay, so maybe we'll meet somewhere. Okay, good.
Face to face.
Yeah, face to face. No problem. Now also we are meeting face to face. So I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Kaushal and Mr. Barun. Okay. So God bless all of you. Keep on do the good thing. Okay. Okay, Kaushal.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you to the organizers and Tapti ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you so much, Paramjit ma'am. Thank you so much, Tapti ma'am. It was a wonderful session. So today, teachers, we have arrived at the last, day of No Lockdown for Learning Season 2. So going forward, with regards to the certification courses, like you mentioned, we are partnering with, several different colleges across India, education-based colleges and universities, and we are offering certification courses via our platform Teacher.in in association with EdChat. So keep going through our website so that you can register for all these courses. Just like we had the Minecraft course, we are coming up with 3 other courses in different topics. All of these will be certification based courses. So I request all the teachers to go and explore for themselves. And Paramjit ma'am and Tapti ma'am, thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to listen to you. Thank you so much for agreeing to our request to be a part of this session. It's an absolute honor to learn from you. Given the experience that you have, it is an absolute delight that we have heard your thoughts and we have understood everything that you've shared today. So with that, I would like to conclude our No Lockdown for Learning season 2. Again, thank you so much for all the participants. We've received some fantastic participation throughout this entire series. We have sometimes we even exceeded with houseful meetings and stuff, so that is really inspiring for us organizers, me and Kaushal. So thank you so much for sparing your time and attending all these sessions, and we will hope to come up with better sessions as well. A lot of other certification courses also there, so please stay tuned. And once again, thank you so much, Tapti ma'am. Thank you, Paramjit ma'am. Thank you, Kaushal. Take care, stay safe, and have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Varun. It was really a wonderful collaboration between EdChat India and teacher, and we are soon coming up with certification courses, as Varun has already told. So keep an eye
Varun,
on the website.
Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Varun, this is Achla here. I'm sorry I couldn't get the feedback form. I'm there. I'm tapping on that red one that is given, but somehow I can't seem to get the details to fill it. Can you just help me out with this?
Okay, sure, ma'am. Are you a part of the WhatsApp group?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, sure. So I'll just paste the link there, and you can directly fill the feedback form there. Will that be okay?
Okay. So you're sending it to me on WhatsApp, right?
Yes, I am doing that.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, I would like to join your WhatsApp group. If you can just provide me the details.
Yes. So I'm sharing the link of the WhatsApp group here. You can directly join.
Sure, sir.
The group.
Would love to join.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Here we could not able
can't see it on
to
WhatsApp.
get the feedback form. Can you mail it, please?
I have shared the feedback form in the group, ma'am. If you're not able to look at that, you can directly join the group and we'll observe the feedback form link there. Otherwise, you can just look into the website, look into what Kaushal has shared. It is bit.ly/24 May feedback. You can just type that and Google it, and once when you do that, you automatically land on the feedback form, and you can fill the feedback form.
Okay, great. Okay,
great. So thank you, teachers, once again. I hope you have enjoyed our sessions, and looking forward to more such weeks of innovative learning. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kaushal. Take care.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
I have one more last query. In
Yes,
between,
ma'am.
if we
Yes, ma'am.
get any doubt regarding this remote learning and using this flip grid, do we get any mentor?
So you can reach out to the mentors directly on Twitter. So yesterday, like with regards to Flipgrid and stuff, all the teachers who have been there, who have taken the courses, would all the Twitter handles will again be shown on the screen. Kaushal, can you please share yesterday's and day before's Twitter handles? Sonia Vadwas, ma'am, everybody is there. Handles you can see. You can reach out to them directly on Twitter and you can connect with them. Or you can log into teacher.in and start posting your concerns. Other teachers in the community will respond to your particular concerns, and you can also discuss it there.
Through Twitter?
Twitter is one. You can directly reach out to the teachers on Twitter, or you can post it on teacher.in. Log in into our website teacher.in and start posting in the feed with regards to your particular doubts.
Okay.
you would find some teacher for sure in the community to help you out.
That's really great. Thank you. Thank you so
Or
much, guys.
or else, ma'am, I would suggest on Twitter you can directly find out the handle for Flipgrid. It is Flipgrid only. So when you land onto their handle, you will find a lot of resources like notes, videos. There also you can take the courses and do it. So
ये है ना?
Okay. Thank you.
ये है. ये है. ये है. इसको कैसे